Valentine's Day is all about romance, not finance, but it's also a $25+ billion holiday. And a lot of spending is more emotional than intentional. Financial expert Neil Brown is joining us now, and he says you can keep it meaningful without overspending. Or in your case, you're saying maybe just not have Valentine's Day. Come on, I got to call him out on all
There's
this.
nothing like bringing me in to make me look like a toad on Valentine, so thank you.
Oh my gosh. All righty, Neil. So let's go ahead and talk about ways that you can have a good time without overspending.
Absolutely. You know, a couple things. People kind of celebrate Valentine's not necessarily on February 14th.
Right.
You know, you can think about going to dinner on a different day. You can think about flowers on a different day. I mean, think about the restaurants. They're crowded. They're trying to get you in and out to bring the next couple in to get through the system.
To get through the system in there
Yes.
too. It's all a system and all part of that too.
Absolutely.
So what are some tips that you think that couples should do? Like, I always feel like it's important to have maybe like a spending cap as well.
Yeah, and it's kind of odd to talk about spending cap for Valentine's, but hopefully if that person trusts you enough to be your Valentine's date, you can bring this out in the open and talk about how much you plan on spending. You know, other things, there's a lot of things you can do without actually spending.
So let's talk quick wins. Where do people get hit like the biggest Valentine's Day markups? How can you dodge them?
Flowers, 2 to 3 times typically. Get them flowers on the 13th or the 12th. Get them on the 15th or the 16th. You know, it just kind of depends. And restaurants, you know, they're going to hit you with an upcharge and try to get you in and out. You know, they're real strict on the time requirements of, you know, we've got another person needs this table at 7:30, so please be done.
Oh, okay, so you're right. Also, I love the fact, like, when you talk about candy and chocolates and stuff like that, they always have that markdown prices, really with any holiday, right? So making sure that you're having there too. So if somebody is on a tight budget, what are you recommending, Neil?
Well, I think the first thing is to really know your partner's love language. You know, to understand if they're good with gifts or if they're good without gifts. And you know, if they're good with gifts, I wouldn't say go have a nice walk in the park because they're going to be upset. You know, maybe try to balance that out. But if they're okay with, you know, things of service, you know, maybe clean the house, maybe do something around the house for them. You know, think about a walk in the park or a walk on the river or the beach or a sunset stroll.
I love this too. It's like, because you mentioned love language. So how do you keep it meaningful if your partner is expecting maybe something, but you're kind of staying within your comfort zone? How do you handle all
I think
that?
the big thing there is expectations, to understand what he or she may be wanting and expecting. And if it's a $10,000 gift beforehand, maybe nip that in the bud beforehand to understand that my budget's $100.
$10,000?
I'm just making up numbers.
Okay, I really hope that's not on anybody's budget for
Hope it's not at my household.
Oh my gosh, not in mine either. Okay, so then my last question is, what's the plan for Valentine's Day?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't made any reservations at restaurants. You know, from my perspective, she's a hospital nurse on the weekends, so February 14th is on Saturday, so I'm good this year.
Oh, okay, so you're good this year. That's another thing too, is just, it doesn't have to fall on February 14th. I
Correct.
love that idea. It doesn't have to fall on that date. You can always do something the weekend after or even during the weekday when it's a little bit cheaper. Neil, thank you so much for being here. As always, we're going to be putting all these fun tips, of course, on our website, WLTX.com, so you can always refer back to it and not spend $10,000 on Valentine's Day. Please don't do that. All right, We'll be right back.